It's the most wonderful time. Never mind, I'm gonna save you guys from singing. But it is, in fact, WrestleMania week, and welcome to the third episode on YouTube of Wrestling with Egos. My name's Patrick, that's Brian, and no,
howdy.
This is not a split screen. This is live and in living color. We're in the same place at the same time. Not like it was really that hard. We only live 30 minutes apart, dude. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
How's it going?
It's
Nice,
going great.
Nice look with the tie.
Well, it's WrestleMania, and I figured I would look the part because it's WrestleMania week. You got a style, you got a profile, and you could have tried a little harder than the Henley. The Henley? Really? It's WrestleMania week, and you're gonna come out with the Henley.
Real villains wear whatever the hell they want to wear, boys and girls. Just remember that. You know, I don't read the script. The script reads me.
That's all right. I'll just sit over here and look good. At any rate.
All right, you look good. I'll run this show like I always do, like a boss. Yeah, hey, real quick.
Yes, sir.
Because, you know, gotta keep the counter going. Raise your hand if your team's in the Final Four.
Whatever. I wish you all the best in all seriousness, though.
Thank you very
War
much,
Eagle.
and I promise you this will be the last time I mention it today because I don't want to jinx us, War Eagle. Anyway, back to what we're all here for. First off, thank you guys for all the tremendous support we've gotten over the last 3 weeks. You guys are awesome. You know, a lot of views, a lot of subscribers. We're loving this. Don't forget, if you guys are already watching this on YouTube, then you know about our YouTube channel. But if you're listening to us via our podcast on Anchor, we have a YouTube channel. Surprisingly enough, it's called Wrestling with Egos.
Funny how that works out.
I know, right? Don't forget, you can always hit us up on Twitter. Brian's at bcrego15. BCREGO15.
Yeah, man.
I'm at rant mode on. Shocker there. You can email us, wrestlingwithegos@gmail.com. We got a website.
That's on bit.ly/withegos. We want to thank all of the folks that have been reaching out to us by word of mouth, by social media, and all of you cats that are on YouTube watching us. Share with your friends. Spread the word, because that word of mouth, you know, say you got some buddies that are doing this wrestling thing, that's how we're going to get better.
Exactly. Like, subscribe, share should be about right there. There's a bell. I'm not sure where that is on the screen. I'm trying to work all this stuff out. Yeah, we're getting there, boys and girls. But like, subscribe, share, and hit the bell. That way you know you're getting your notifications whenever we have new content up. We're going to start doing new content. My rant mode on segment might actually go to something of my own that I'll just do on the fly whenever I've got something going on. That way I don't have to torture you, good sir.
Oh, why would you give up torturing me?
Oh, you're right.
That's what makes you get out of bed in the morning.
He has been my best friend for about 9 years, so yeah, the man knows me. The man knows me.
And now I have a lifetime contract, so I'm contractually obligated
to put up with Patrick's crap.
Look at the time. Oh, just kidding. Anyway.
Oh, yeah. He's like, on second thought, let's get into it. And before we get into the WrestleMania card, also known this year as, what did you call it?
Breakfast at WrestleMania. Y'all coming over to our place this weekend. We're going to have mimosas and a bagel selection and lox, because I have the card printed out here, and we'll show it to you later after we talk about our reactions to things.
75 matches.
It's everybody and their brother is going to be at WrestleMania. Everybody and their sister is going to be at WrestleMania. It's what makes you wonder, how are we going to get it all
They're
in?
even going to get the ghost of Barry Horowitz. I don't know if Barry Horowitz is dead or not, but...
Oh, he's got a Cruiserweight title shot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And
how nice for him.
Keep in mind, that's part of the Cruiserweight tournament to take on the winner of the champion and the guy who won the Cruiserweight tournament. Anyway,
I can't follow all this. I mean, let's just keep to the matches that we know we're going to have.
Speaking of something I could not follow, but incidentally enough, I freaking loved. Dude, we can't get into WrestleMania without talking about the ending of Monday Night Raw. Ronda, Charlotte, Becky, and that unholy brawl. That wasn't a brouhaha. That wasn't a hockey fight. That was just, to quote the late, great Gorilla Monsoon, that was a Pier 6 brawl.
I've been talking at length since this show started about how I desperately wanted these ladies to get me back, to buy me back in to the story. I questioned Ronda doing most of the promos. I questioned the sporadic nature of Becky showing up. I questioned the insertion of Charlotte Flair into this whole angle because I thought it's going to water down. And one thing that you predicted last week actually came to fruition.
Called it.
The show starts off with Stephanie McMahon coming out and saying that this match is now winner take all, which means one lady is going to be holding up both the SmackDown and Raw championships at the end of the evening, presumably to unify the titles or just hold both belts the way the guys used to hold both championships back in the day. Brilliant call by you, and I wouldn't have it any other way because we don't want to get in the business of a participation trophy. We're all, you still get to leave with your title.
Right.
And this whole thing about, okay, you're going to be in a 3-on-3 tag match against the Riot Squad,
but you can't turn on your partners or you're out.
Right.
I loved that aspect. I'm watching it at home with my fiance, and I looked at her and I was like, babe, watch this. Either Becky is going to clock somebody as soon as the bell rings, or it's going to be Ronda. And it was Ronda. Yeah. Ronda went to war on, I think she first went after Charlotte.
Yeah, not even 4 seconds after the 3 count and the bell rang, Ronda was up. Charlotte was leaving the ring, caught her in the throat or something like that.
I can't remember.
And it was about to be on.
I'm jumping. I'm already bouncing up and down the couch. I'm just like, here we go, here we go. And little did I know, it was just going to get even heavier.
It was going to get escalated there because then you got the WWE referees coming out.
They got their butts kicked.
Then you got the WWE security coming out.
They got their butts kicked.
And then you even had law enforcement, question mark, and air quotes, because I don't know if that's actual law enforcement.
But they did have badges on their shirts. So, but regardless, they got their butts kicked.
Right. And this thing just escalated to where they were all in handcuffs, all 3 of them. You know, cheap shots after, you know, knockdown after knockdown.
Did you notice how they're all cuffed, and as they get near each other, they're all kicking each other in the shins?
They're doing that to the police officers, trying to get free.
My God, if those are real, I don't care if those are real cops or if they were just paid actors or if they were wrestlers playing the part. Oh my God, them dudes and ladies are gonna had to have had some bruises from like knee down.
Get in the cold tub tomorrow.
Woo!
Do something.
I mean, because I don't think Becky, Charlotte, or Ronda gave a good flying damn.
Nope.
Who was near them? No. They were all amped up on adrenaline, kind of like one of the little redheaded dudes from Talladega Nights. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
That line.
You know it. You know I'd crack you up with that.
And then the stakes get raised even further because they're all in the back and there's police cars waiting for them.
The fact that they threw Ronda in a car and the cops weren't paying attention and threw Becky in the car, and then it's just,
oh, hey, how you doing?
And they turned and just started kicking the hell out of each other. I was like,
and the part
what in the hell am I watching?
Right. There was one part in particular that brought the whole thing home. And he's getting ready to lose his mind over here because he knows exactly where I'm going with
First off, Ronda kicking the window out was hot. Yep. I was just like, oh, crap. I didn't say crap, though. We're trying to keep the show PG, y'all.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
They keep going, and they go in the cop car, out of the cop car. And then Ronda's back in the car that the window had been broken out of.
That, by the way, she had also managed to get in the front of...
And ram into the back of the other police cruiser.
But her hands are handcuffed. She can't do the steering wheel. I don't know if the car was already cranked up or not. Regardless, she vehicular cornholed the other cop car.
And then she winds up in the back of it. She's trash-talking everybody. And out of the right side of the frame, Charlotte comes with a high knee. And Ronda's face goes off the broken frame of the rear door.
Yeah.
How she was still standing after that with no blood?
First off, That was a harder shot than what Holly Holm gave her when she knocked her ass cold out in a UFC title fight. But that knee was so stiff. Guys like Kazuchika Okada or Minoru Suzuki in New Japan were going, damn!
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Nakamura's going, the heck?
Yeah. Nakamura's going, well done.
I mean, it was snug.
Something else I loved, and I actually DVR'd SmackDown so I could watch it the next night. End of the Miz's 3-on-1 match against Sanity. He's outside after pinning, I think he pinned Eric Young for the win.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear a cop car. And it's somebody giving Becky Lynch a ride to the arena. And Becky comes strutting out there. And after she cut her little promo there, she climbs up on the announce table, you know, cuts her promo and struts away. And I'm like, well, let's get the step in here. So it's, I take back everything I said, ladies. I'm sorry. You've got me hooked again. And I'm not going to give you a prediction yet because I'll save that for later.
Say that.
I just want all three of you to come in there Sunday night and throw down and give it a 5-star class.
It's the main event.
Yes.
And let's be honest, as hyped as it is, it better deliver.
Yes. And I have no reason to believe that.
Oh, God, no. If it doesn't deliver, I'm going to be shocked.
Yes.
I expect to be as happy and ecstatic about this match and the story they tell as I was disappointed at WrestleMania 30 with Lesnar and Taker. I expect, different ends of the spectrum, both extremes, but I expect this extreme to be like, oh, crap. It may not be one of the greatest matches of all time, but it's definitely going to be fun.
Definitely.
Me, you, Big Isaac, we're all going to be just like, yeah.
I fully expect to be standing and applauding.
It's gonna be, as Big Isaac would say, gangster.
Gangster.
It's gonna be gangster.
What's up, homie?
What's up, homie? But yeah, I mean, so many matches, and I gotta be honest. I got some beefs. Yeah, you got the card. I mean,
look at this monstrosity. Look at this. This isn't our speaker notes.
This is the card. Dana White right here, y'all.
There's. We joke there's 75 matches. I think at last count there's 14 matches between the pre and the main show. We could do without some of this stuff, and we'll get to that a little bit later, because there's matches that we both think, why are you wasting our time with?
Y'all, we gotta go to work Monday morning.
Yeah, we do, but...
You got class, I got office stuff I gotta do.
And yet, here we are. I almost dropped it, but here we are. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
Right.
So let's unpack this a little bit, as they say in the biz.
I got a couple of beefs about this card before we get into this card. Number one, and this is my absolute biggest beef, and believe it or not, it has nothing to do with Baron Corbin.
Oh, well, do tell.
Why, in the name of Hades' fiery butthole, are the SNL guys even doing in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Why? Give me one damn good reason that makes sense. I'm
not saying I agree with it, but the deep thinkers in the office would tell you it gets more mainstream eyes on the product.
I've never heard of either one of these two jackasses.
There's a cadre of Saturday Night Live fans. There's your 50-cent word for the day, cadre. It means a grouping of people that share a common trait.
He's not the intellectual savior of this show for nothing, boys and girls.
There's a cadre of Saturday Night Live fans who, Colin Jost, Michael Che, they're funny on Weekend Update. I'm going to watch them.
You do realize Saturday Night Live ain't been good in about 15 years, right?
I realize that, but there are still a devoted group of people that watch that show and are fans of those two people. That's probably the mindset.
You do realize there's better comedy on TV and also on Netflix and DVD. Like, for example, anything that Key and Peele ever did?
Agreed. But this is,
You done screwed up now, A.A. Ron.
D nice. But
if you don't know what we're talking about, hey, we're on YouTube. There you go. Yeah. YouTube it.
I know where you're coming from, because it's like a lot of these other matches that we'll talk about in a bit. Those are two spots that could go to some deserving talent.
It's the Chewbacca defense from that South Park episode. It does not make sense.
South Park?
Yeah.
The show that I've seen precisely 0 episodes of because I don't like it. And you know this. Don't look at me.
He's never seen an episode. 0 episodes. 0 episodes. But
this is how much I care about the fact that I've never seen an
That's
episode.
like saying I have never even attempted to watch Star Wars, but I know I don't like it.
I've watched Star Wars. Don't like it either.
I have a 4-year-old daughter. She tells me all the time, Daddy, I don't like insert name of food here. Has she ever tried it? Why, hell no. You know her. She's your niece.
I've read up enough about South Park to know that I wouldn't like it, so I'm not going to waste my time with it. Exhale. And topic.
And scene. So yeah, that's my first beef. Second beef. Where are the Hardys?
They'll probably be in the Honor of the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, one would think.
Why? Okay, cool. We have a fatal 4-way tag match for the SmackDown titles. It's the Usos. It's
Ricochet and Aleister. The Bar,
and Rusev and Nakamura.
Yeah. Are you worried that you're overextending Ricochet and Aleister? Would you like them to focus on something else?
I want Usos and Hardys. That's it. Boom. Done. And main freaking card. The greatest tag team WWE's got right now versus one of the greatest tag teams of all time.
This, unfortunately, is a syndrome that I've been seeing with Mania cards the last 5, 6, 7 years.
Yeah.
They feel like we got to put as many bodies on the card as possible.
Because everybody's got to get to WrestleMania payday.
Right. We got to have Fatal 4-Ways. We got to have Battle Royals. We got to have Triple Threats. And we got to have this stipulation, that stipulation. I liked Mania's better. Not to say there hasn't been some great matches the last several years. I liked Mania's better when it was one-on-one. Whether that's one tag team versus one tag team, or one guy versus one guy, one gal versus one gal. The stories are just more compelling.
Right.
Because these multi-person matches too often degenerate into spot fests.
I agree. Now, there are some exclusions of that rule. Hello, TLC.
Right.
Money
in the Bank ladder match.
Money in the Bank ladder match.
Shelton Benjamin, CM Punk winning them a couple times. You know, all of those.
WrestleMania 21 when Benjamin runs up the ladder
Yes.
and clotheslines Jericho. Oh my God, I lost my freaking mind. But stuff like that. WrestleMania 20 when it was Benoit, Shawn, and Triple H. I know we're not supposed to mention Chris Benoit. Actually, we can mention Chris Benoit all the hell we want. We're, different WWE boys and girls.
When it's a means to when a multi-person match makes sense for a story that you've been telling for the past 4, 5, 6 months, then fine.
Right.
But here, I mean, I could name 6 or 7 matches where it's just like, okay, we're going to shoehorn all these people into it.
And the 3 challengers for the SmackDown titles are literally shoehorned in. Hey, you guys just all fought. Cool. So now you're contending for the SmackDown tag titles. The only thing I like about it is it gives a good storyline for the whole weekend to Ricochet and Aleister Black. Because not only do they have a shot at the SmackDown tag titles, they've also got a shot at the NXT tag titles when they take on War Raiders on Friday night. And we will talk about NXT Takeover New York during the course of this show as well. Damn, we got a lot to talk about. The last beef I got, and I'm still bitching about this, and I'm still going to be bitching about this, and we'll keep it short. Baron Corbin. Really? Really?
Now, I have a question about that. Is there, on a scale of 1 to 100, what's the likelihood that they switch him out at this point for somebody else? Be it Cena, be it somebody else.
I think it's very possible. Because remember, we did not get an official booking of Cena Undertaker last year. We all kind of knew it was going to happen.
It was like the worst kept secret in town.
Oh, God, yeah, it was the worst kept secret in town. It's like saying Liberace was gay.
If you had to put a number on it.
Liberace's gay.
If you had to put a number on it, though. Like, are we talking a 60%
probability?
Chance? Yeah.
80.
Yeah.
I'm feeling very confident that. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb because I went on a limb last week and hit a home run with that prediction of all the titles being on the line.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. Even though neither one of us are Jewish. There's anything wrong with that. Why the hell did I say that?
Save your cards and ledgers for something more important.
Anyway, Angle's going to beat the brakes off of Corbin backstage. or Cena does it himself.
That's what I thought might have happened several weeks ago. But.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to save that for the last minute because, I mean, Cena's also been very, very quiet on social media as of late.
Has he?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least on Twitter. You know, he has his little daily inspirational tweet that he always sends out. That's
and his new lady friend that he's with. I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's
I don't really care about these people's personal lives.
Is that why we're here?
Yeah. Anyway, I'm still beefing about that because, like, all right, look, Baron Corbin, really, look.
Is Acme having a meat sale this week where it's 10 meats for $5? That we have all this beef.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, Acme is a grocery store in the area. For those people that might be watching down south or something like that, Acme is Kroger, Acme is Piggly Wiggly, Giant Eagle. I don't know any other major chain grocery stores. Who cares?
That's fine.
But yes, they do have. Acme does have a beef sale going on right now, and I'm buying it by the truckload.
So you can stock up.
Oh yeah.
Be ready for the summer because we're going to be grilling and chilling before you know it.
Yeah, because this is a lean, mean wrestle. No, I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
That's okay. I'll do it later.
Oh, I know you will.
It's one of the reasons I dressed up today because doing my part. Lean, mean, wrestle talking machine.
Oh, sweet mother of pearl.
You already know.
All right. Let's get in. Before we get into WrestleMania,
yes.
Let's get into a little bit of NXT Takeover. We briefly talked about War Raiders and Ricochet, Aleister Black.
I will make one overarching point about Takeover.
Okay.
And if I was wearing a hat right now, I would take it off to the creative team that runs NXT. Triple H specifically, and William Regal, and all these other people who are involved in that. Yeah. Because for probably, and this is a conservative estimate, for probably 10 or 11 takeovers now, they have consistently delivered a compact, tight, but compelling show.
Absolutely.
And
it's a wrestling show, though. It's not sports entertainment.
Right, it's a wrestling show.
Even though it's under a sports entertainment umbrella, it's a wrestling show.
Yeah.
That is an indie wrestling show.
And a lot of that was driven by the Ciampa Gargano storyline, but you've got all these other people woven into this. You've got Ricochet and Aleister, you've got the Undisputed Era, you've got Bianca Belair, you've got Shayna Baszler. I looked at the card.
Io Shirai, Kairi Sane.
I looked at the card yesterday. I was reading an article on ESPN preparing for our get-together here. And I thought, wow, every one of these matches has the potential to be mind-blowing.
You know what match I'm really looking forward to?
Yeah, Riddle and Velveteen.
Exactly. I'm about to say it's the one match you didn't mention. I'm looking forward to that because Matt Riddle, I'm starting to warm up to him. At first, I was like, okay, cool, another MMA guy, but he's a bro. Cool. I get it. The flip-flops are kind of a cool thing. Okay. And then there's Velveteen Dream, who I'm like, Velveteen Dream.
He's been all in on Velveteen Dream for a while.
I've been all in on that dude for a long time. Love the Dream.
Call me up, Vince Trunks.
Oh, that was gangster. I was yeah. I'm looking forward to that because I was always very high on Dream until the Ciampa match, and then I was like, done. This guy is like, he's up there for me with guys like Gargano and Ricochet, who how much I love Ricochet as well. The Undisputed Era, and getting into the main roster. I'm looking so forward to seeing what they do with him moving forward. Let me ask you a question.
I will answer your question.
I hope so. Main event: 2 out of 3 falls. Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole, baby. Baby! Does it make sense to you? Because obviously, you had Gargano and Ciampa on Raw and SmackDown for a couple of weeks, taking on tag teams, beating tag team champions. But at this point in time, with Ciampa being out, which, by the way, if you haven't seen on WWE.com and on, I think it's also on the network, that behind the scenes they did on Ciampa's neck surgery, where Ciampa also talked about his wife and his newborn daughter.
Haven't seen it yet.
It's riveting. It's good. It's good stuff. But back
like pretty much everything that Ciampa puts out
Oh
there.
yeah. Does it make sense to you to not anytime soon call up Johnny Gargano and kind of have Johnny Gargano being the face, both from a gimmick perspective and marketing perspective, the face of NXT. Because here's my thing. I think calling Gargano up is a hindrance.
I agree.
Because by himself, I don't, as much as I love Johnny Gargano, I don't think he has any way of avoiding being lost in the shuffle.
Without
just like
a foil to play off.
Right, just like EC3 right now.
Right.
EC3 called up, they rocket strapped his rear end right out of the main roster, even though he only had a couple of matches, and now he's backstage cannon fodder.
Yeah.
I personally think Adam Cole wins it, obviously nefariously. He becomes NXT champion, and now Gargano, and now for Gargano, the chase is on.
Right.
Again.
Well, that's kind of what I think is going to happen too. But I'll change that a little bit.
Okay.
I think Adam Cole wins, but he just wins. Because, yes, we know he's got his boys with him, but I think it might be a situation where they come out and try to interfere right at the beginning. And the ref says, we're not having that, get to the back. And they run Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly away. You know, and maybe Gargano takes the first fall by DQ or something like that because they get caught or whatever. But I think Adam Cole, as a matter of pride, should want to win straight up. And I don't know that that's necessarily a face move.
Adam Cole's a nefarious heel. He wants to win by any means necessary.
True. But I think it would
Al Davis, man, just win, baby.
Right. But I think it would be compelling if, okay, now we're just going to wrestle. And yeah, it could go 45 minutes because it's 2 out of 3 falls.
I have no problem with that.
But I've said before, you know, on one of our previous episodes, I think it's Adam Cole's time. Yes, I know we have this wonderful storyline involving Gargano in the pursuit, but yes, I think Cole should win. And I think Gargano could go on the pursuit of that. And then I think maybe they wait for Ciampa to come back, and now you roll all 3 of them into it. And we're going into 2021 at this point.
Right. Rewind, though, hypothetically. Ciampa doesn't get hurt. It's Gargano, Ciampa, 2 out of 3 falls. Gargano wins it, doesn't he?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Because that would be the payoff.
Yeah.
Because that story has been going for 2+ years now.
And one of the best written stories I've seen in a very, very long time. Before we get out of takeovers, is there anything else you want to add? Because we're 20 some odd minutes into this thing, and we got WrestleMania to talk about. Holy crap!
Does Shayna lose? Because that's the only one that I really am curious to see how they play it out.
Well, here's my thing. I don't know, but if Shayna loses, Ronda retains. Because I honestly feel, I cannot get it out of my head. If Shayna loses, her, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir get involved in the triple threat match. Because remember, it's a triple threat match. There will be no DQs.
And then Brian's going to be pissed for another WrestleMania at the end. Because that's not what I want to happen.
Heel 401.
I don't care. I didn't sign up for that class. You shouldn't have to make me take that class.
Brian, I've been the professor of Heel 401, sitting here at the front of the class in my Henley for the past 9 years. You know, you can wear your shirt and tie. Heels teach classes like this.
Right.
And if that happens, school is in session, boy.
Whatever. We have a WrestleMania card to get to. Don't make me talk about that anymore. Oh, my God. Moving right along. Pre-show, which has 19 million people involved and 4 matches. We've got the Cruiserweight title match. We've got Andre the Giant Battle Royal, Women's Battle Royal. Might as well just call this thing the Stephanie McMahon Battle Royal. Yeah.
Do
you think both tag matches will wind up there? Is one of them going to be on the main show?
No. Because let's be honest.
At the expense of what?
Yeah, exactly. First off, I only think there's one match on the pre-show that deserves to be on the main roster, and it's not a tag match, and it's not a battle royal.
Which leaves us with the
Cruiserweights.
Cruiserweights.
Because I am looking very forward to seeing Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese It's a great contrast of styles. They're both super athletic and they're both super powerful. Actually, it's not a contrast of styles. It's a mirror image, actually.
Yeah.
I screwed that up. My bad. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Do heels screw things up?
All the time.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Rob Van Dam was a heel in ECW. Oh, wait, that's right. You didn't watch ECW.
I did last week, but we'll get into that later.
Yeah. Poor guy. John Mullen knows your referee for this contest. Poor bastard. Joey Styles was amazing. I'm looking forward to Tony Nese and Buddy Murphy. Again, SmackDown tag titles. I love the Usos. I love Ricochet and Aleister Black. The bar is okay. Nakamura, Rusev doesn't make sense. They're just like, okay,
that's run its course.
You guys don't have anything to do. Here you go. I still wanted to see Usos and Hardys. Nobody else. Usos and Hardys, main roster. Let those guys just tear each other apart, and that would be the match that would steal the whole damn show. Bottom line, boom, done. Revival and Hawkins and Ryder. Really?
Will Kurt Hawkins finally... Spoiler, no, he won't.
Yes, they will, because they're in New York.
Oh, my God. Are they done burying the Revival yet?
Nope.
Why?
Because...
What did they ever do?
They're a wrestling tag team.
Heaven forbid.
I know, right? We have to sports entertain all over the world. Not wrestle. No, you know me. I love the Revival. I love watching those guys. Ever since the first time we saw them live at NXT Takeover in Cleveland. Well, sorry, NXT House Show in Cleveland. Oh, my Lord, I love those guys.
Yeah.
Because they fought Gargano and Ciampa, and I looked at you and went, these guys are good.
Very good.
That was the night
and snug.
That was the night he fell in love with Samoa Joe. Yeah.
He's a bad man.
Oh, yeah. But
Power game.
And the power game will never fail you.
Never.
And honestly and truly, the WrestleMania Battle Royal, the Women's Battle Royal and the Men's Battle Royal.
If you're not going to give me stakes, I'm not interested.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you get a trophy, and we're going to announce you as the winner of the Battle Royal for a month and a half.
And then when you show up on SmackDown 3 years from now, they say, "Oh yeah, he won the Battle Royal that one year."
Wait, trivia. Who won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last year? 3, 2.
Was it Mojo Rawley?
1. That was a couple of years. That was Orlando, not New Orleans.
Okay. Was it
Matt Hardy? Because Bray Wyatt came back.
That's right.
Mojo Rawley won it the year before. Okay. Baron Corbin won it the year before. Cesaro won it the first one. And the only thing remarkable that's happened out of any of that was Cesaro picked up Big Show and body slammed him over the top rope. That was it. 4 years of this horse crap.
Where's the payoff? There is none.
You know, on Audibly Offensive Radio, we used to do that segment, Done and Not Done. I'm done with the WrestleMania Battle Royals. Done with it.
Because if at least, you know, it's not like a gimmick where there's a payoff. Like King of the Ring, you used to get a title shot. Yeah. If you won King of the Ring.
Royal Rumble, you get a title shot. Money in the Bank, you get a briefcase, which means you get a title shot.
But here, it's like it's just an excuse to
trot
a bunch of people out.
You get a party favor.
Yeah.
You know, it's as meaningful as the greatest Royal Rumble in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Proud to say, still haven't watched it. Never will. I refuse.
There's only
on principle.
Hey, there's only one reason to watch the greatest Royal Rumble. Titus O'Neil. That's all
I've seen that clip, so I don't need to watch it.
Yeah. Which still to this day one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That and Bobby the Brain Heenan's Hall of Fame speech. Those are the two funniest things you'll ever see on the WWE Network. Hey, you know what? That's going to be your next homework assignment. I'm going to
watch Bobby the Brain.
No. Drink water until you cannot hold anymore.
Oh.
Then watch Bobby Heenan's Hall of Fame speech. Don't laugh and don't pee your pants. He will not survive.
Oh, man. That's not right.
I'm a cruel son of a gun, aren't I?
If I could go back to Samoa Joe for a second.
Absolutely.
There might be an issue with that match because Rey Mysterio tweaked his ankle on Raw.
Oof. So
I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they put somebody else in for Rey. Apparently, he's trying to work through it, and he's praying that he'll be ready to go. That was a direct quote from Rey.
Give me Andrade.
Yeah.
Give me Andrade.
Yeah.
Dude. I was skeptical when he got called up. Not anymore. Andrade had
He can go.
Andrade amped his game when Zelina Vega came into the picture. Right. He amped his game up. Now that he's on SmackDown, man, he's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, he will.
I'm really impressed by him. Every match is just clean and thought out, and it's very scientific, and there's a great philosophy to everything he's doing. I agree. He can just bang out great match after great match. May not be 5 stars, but damn sure gonna be 4s.
And this gets me back to something that we've talked about before. It'd be nice if guys like Andrade had more of a spotlight shown on them instead of just being tossed into an 83-person battle royal.
Right.
But when you have, when you have matches like Batista and Triple H taking up time, and you have matches like, or you have segments that are going to take up time, like Elias being interrupted by somebody because he's busking on the New York streets or something like that. Again, I just wish, we stopped relying on these stars from the past. Even though it's the same reason that Colin Jost and Michael Che are there, they get eyes back on the product. You get the old fans. I like Batista back. Let's see what he's doing. Well, what he's doing is he's spitting all over a microphone. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, thank God we don't have a live musical performance other than musicians playing wrestlers to the ring. Thank God we don't have Kid Rock or Diddy or Pitbull or Flo Rida. Yeah. Any bands that we're going to have are going to be there for a purpose to play somebody's music to the ring.
Is there anybody that's been announced other than Joan Jett playing Ronda?
I don't think so.
Okay, which is pretty cool.
That's badass. Yeah. That is badass to have that. But at the same time, I don't think anybody else other than Batista and Triple H have music that were done by quote-unquote real artists. Yeah. Even though last year they got Nita Strauss to do Nakamura's entrance, which that was badass.
I will say one thing, and this is kind of on the same lines as the women kind of reeling me back in. By this much, Batista reeled me back in on Monday.
Hunter, kiss my ass.
And then, or just pointing to the thing, and, the package of all the matches that he's won. Yeah. Because I think Batista realized, or somebody had him realize, you're better when you don't say much.
Yeah.
So we don't have you saying,
short,
give me what I want.
Sweet, and be an asshole.
23 times.
Yeah.
So, I'm mildly interested to see what's going to happen there.
I thought there were some good digs on the mic over the last 2 weeks on both Raw and SmackDown. The Randy Orton AJ Styles interaction. Randy Orton talking about, you were wrestling in high school gyms while I was main eventing WrestleMania. You're right. I was wrestling in high school gyms while you were getting suspended for failing drug tests. Yes. Yes. Dude, Kofi's promo.
Yes. On
Tuesday at the contract signing. Hell yes. Dude, I want to rewind real quick. Something else I forgot. I take that back in terms of NXT Takeover. The one match I'm looking forward to is not Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream. Pete Riddle and Walter.
You mean Pete Dunne?
Yeah, Pete Riddle. Pete Riddle.
Yeah. Matt Riddle's brother Pete will be wrestling.
Who's not only a stoner, but he's British.
Oh, my God.
Pete Dunne and Walter.
Yeah, that should be awesome, too.
So, question for you real quick. Would you take season tickets to the Cubs, your beloved Chicago Cubs, to take one chop, shirtless, from Walter?
Yes.
You would?
Yeah.
Okay.
One, fine. 2, 3, where we're talking like, internal hemorrhaging. Maybe I have to reevaluate my life, but,
Where would you stop? Like half a season? Or does it have to be a full season?
Hell, I'll take half a season. I love that place. Wrigley Field is church. We all
5
know
games.
This.
5 games for one chop.
Yes.
1 game for one chop.
No.
Okay.
5. I go Wrigley 5 times, and I have to be able to pick my 5. You're not just going to send me there to see them play the Reds. They need to be games that...
Hey, my friend Thayer likes the Reds. You heard that, Thayer. I'll give you his address.
Fine, I'm whatever.
But
I have to pick my games. Like, they have to be meaningful games.
But anyway, I'm looking very forward to Pete Dunne and Walter. That's gonna be ugly.
Strong styles.
Oh, very much so. I've also enjoyed that build up that they've done with the NXT UK with those two guys, because you never heard a word out of Walter's mouth until the contract signing on Wednesday. So anyway, back to this. Yeah,
we still have 83 matches.
Yeah, I know. We got a long way to go. I'm with you on the whole Triple H Batista thing. I didn't really care about it, and truth be told, I still don't care. I mean, we're in Brian's house, just over there. You guys can't see it, but we're all going to be sitting over there because the TV's right there. When Batista and Triple H come out, I'm gonna go pee.
Will they give us a serviceable match? Probably. Will it be what we're talking about when we convene together the next time? No.
Hell no.
No, because I've seen this already.
Can I bust out my old gimmick? In a word, no. In 2 words, hell no.
In 4 words, are you kidding me? No, it's not the stuff that, you know.
This isn't WrestleMania 21. This is WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, and it's to fill out the card. That's really all it is. And I would argue it was a card that didn't need filling out. You know,
it's already filled out enough. Yeah. She's already filled out enough. Anymore, and now it's like ridiculous. You went to too many plastic surgeries, lady. Go back. Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're talking. Any more filled out, and now this is a TLC series. And I don't mean tables, ladders, and chairs. I mean the network.
Okay, bring it back. You're starting to go too far afield here. Bring it back.
Thank you. I need this every once in a while. Shane and Miz, your thoughts? Because I'm gonna be honest.
That's another one that, you know, seeing Miz this past Tuesday, you know, you can tell he's working his butt off to make us care.
The Miz has been working his butt off to make us care one way or the other for the better part of the last 5 years.
Agreed.
The problem is, up until just a few months ago, all we wanted to do was boo the Miz. And guess what? He did his job brilliantly well. And here's why I'm feeling very about this. I can't take the Miz seriously as a face. Agreed. Cannot do it. I'm like, no, dude. I want to pay my money to boo the crap out of you and hope to God somebody comes down to kick the living crap out of you as you cower away with your Miztourage, or you reach over the barrier to your wife, who pulls out from the
baby bag.
The baby bag, a set of brass nuts, and you blast somebody in the face with it. Yeah. I want to see you do Ric Flair heel tactics, not try to be a good guy and defend your father's honor.
This match probably goes first. I'm thinking, you know, just no. You think it's later on in the night?
Orton AJ's gonna open, I bet.
Okay. Yeah, and Orton AJ is another one where it's just hard for me to, you know, because it's just now that it's is a mano.
It's Orton. Let's be my honest take on this. It's okay. It's boring ass, vanilla, same old. Hasn't evolved in 14 years. Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talked about this on the show, both on the podcast and here on YouTube. I'm so sick of this. You weren't in WWE, so it doesn't matter BS.
Make that argument once, and then let's move on to another facet.
But here's the thing: it happens every time.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Rollins, Balor, Ambrose. I mean, you've heard this argument about so many guys, and I'm just like, I'm sick of it.
You can only play the elitist trope so many times before I say, okay, give me something else.
Yeah, and we're doing it again. But here's the thing. Excuse me again. I promise I'm done now. Randy Orton AJ Styles as wrestlers. There is no, exactly. AJ Styles, 14 years ago, let's go back to WrestleMania 20 was his first.
Orton's, yes, with Evolution.
With Evolution, because it was Evolution versus Rock and Sock.
Yes.
Okay, go back 15 years. 15 years ago, Randy Orton was in, was main eventing was in a match in WrestleMania in Madison Square Garden. AJ Styles was on TNA. Guess what? AJ Styles was already the face of TNA and could easily wrestle circles around Randy Orton then. You want to know what's changed between then, 15 years ago and now? Not a damn thing.
AJ's grown his hair out and Randy shaved his off.
Right.
That's what's changed.
Right. Randy got divorced and remarried. AJ has 4 kids and they're all tattooed right here.
Right.
And
it's just one match of several that I could do without.
Yeah. Orton has done faction after faction, Legacy and Evolution and Rated RKO and blah, 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 blah.
They haven't amounted much.
Yeah, and AJ's done this.
I will even, and this is going to be a shocker to you.
Well, okay.
There's another match that I probably could do without, and it's because of the build and because what's the payoff?
Balor and Lashley?
Yeah.
No.
I'm glad
It's going to be... Go ahead.
I'm glad that we get to see Balor painted, because all my friends know that I mark out for that guy like there's no tomorrow. You know, arms up in the air and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Just ask anybody, they'll tell you.
Man crush.
But
man crush.
Again, the story, it's like, okay, we have nothing else to make this compelling, so we're going to throw the demon at it. And I feel like the demon is wasted on Bobby Lashley.
No. I don't.
But if that's what we need to put this feud to bed and make it move on to bigger and better things, then please, let's just move on.
You were asking me several weeks ago when Balor was Intercontinental Champ and Bobby Lashley beat him. You were asking me, what's the point? I went, the point is, it's the chase, and if you're going to have Balor chasing Lashley and the Intercontinental title going into WrestleMania, the point comes back to the demon.
Why do we have to chase Lashley? Oh, anyway, I get what you're saying.
Who cares? It could have been Lashley. It could have been Elias. It could have been McIntyre. It could have been. It could have been Ziggler. It could have been Kurt Hawkins. It does not matter who it is. The point is that it's Balor chasing the Intercontinental title going into WrestleMania, which means he's bringing out the big guns because it's the biggest show of the year. And we have yet to see the demon at WrestleMania. It's always been a SummerSlam thing.
Right.
Not Mania. You gotta do it.
And now the stars are aligned.
Exactly. So, you know, they gave Balor creative control of its entrance last year and let him do that very pro-LGBTQ thing, which was awesome.
Yes,
I liked that. I liked the Rainbow Balor Club gimmick. That was really cool. But now give me the damn demon. I was a little bit...
there's going to be some kind of a New York twist to it.
Oh, yeah. And it's going to... And let's be honest, being the fact that it's WrestleMania, it's going to be over the top as a mug.
Yes.
It better be, at least. It better be on the level of, like, what was that? The damn Undertaker entrance where all the hands are reaching up when he... What was that? When he fought Punk?
That was CM Punk. Such a great match, by the way.
Oh, great match, great entrance.
Yeah.
Probably Taker's best WrestleMania entrance. But it's going to be along those lines. It's going to be smoke and all the craziness.
It'll be up there with his Jack the Ripper entrance in London.
Which was sick.
Or the Texas Chainsaw entrance in Takeover.
Yeah, I like that one too. But the Jack the Ripper one was awesome. Let's see what else we got. Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin. You know what? A match that I think actually could steal WrestleMania, because you know there's always one. And let's talk about, if you don't agree with me on the match, let's talk about what you'll talk about this match I'm going to bring up, then you can bring up what you think is going to steal.
Yeah.
Drew and Roman.
I agree with you.
That's going to be hard hitting. I love Drew. I love Drew McIntyre. I'm still, even though Roman is a cool dude and he's gone through a lot, and you know he's going to be a massive face in this.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that his new shirt, part of the proceeds are going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. I love that.
But I think McIntyre gets a win here.
I honestly, I'm torn because McIntyre could use the win over a massive face like Roman Reigns to catapult him because of title aspirations, but I don't know if they would. I'm sorry, my nose is itching like crazy right now. My allergies are going nuts. It's seasonal change. Yay.
Do we have an apology counter? Because I think we're up to about 3 or 4 on those. But continue.
Hey, at least I'm not putting myself over.
Yet.
Oh,
it's coming.
Oh, you're damn right, it's coming. My ego has yet to blossom tonight. This episode of Wrestling with Eagles is brought to you by Mountain Dew's brand new Ego Fuel. Not really, but hey.
You were saying Reigns and McIntyre?
Yes, Reigns and McIntyre. I'm torn on that because Roman needs the win to get the momentum going. Because he's back and they got to do something with him because Roman's one of the biggest stars in the company. Arguably the biggest star in the company.
And that's why I think he could stand to lose and not be hampered by it.
I agree with you.
Because McIntyre needs more of a build right now. Roman's still over as ever with the fans. He can stand a mania
Again,
loss.
I agree with you. I just don't know which way they're going to go.
Right.
I see me if you did your whole booking Kofi thing. Me booking this match, I don't know where I'm going to go. I could honestly flip a coin and be happy with it. Right. Because Roman wins, okay, we're gonna do something with Roman, and this is going to be the momentum. The way to build the momentum is getting that big win off of McIntyre. McIntyre wins. I think McIntyre winning kind of tells you who's going to win the Universal Championship.
Do you think this could be the start of a program with the two of them?
No, I think this is
a one-off.
I think this is a one-off. If Roman wins, it's a program. If Drew wins, Drew's on to bigger and better things.
Okay.
I
tend to agree with that.
Yeah. If Drew wins, his next target is the guy that I think will end up winning the Universal Championship, Seth Rollins. If Roman wins, Lord only knows who's going to win the Universal title. If Drew wins, I think that kind of shows you the hand.
For the record, everybody in this household, meaning myself and the brains of the operation, my wife, is praying to the Lord above that Seth Rollins gets it done.
The missus hates Lesnar, ladies and germs. The missus hates Lesnar.
More than I do, and that's saying something.
She doesn't really give a crap about what's going on in this room. She's there for the snarky comments, which, trust me, there are plenty.
She brings it on WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, she does bring it, and she loathes Lesnar. She enjoys Brock Lesnar about as much as I enjoy Alabama football. As much as I
Alabama football.
Yeah, as much as I enjoy Alabama anything. By the way,
this guy.
By the way, Alabama eliminated in the first round of the NIT.
Oh, you tried so hard.
But yet, Bama fans are claiming that they turned Auburn into a basketball school. Y'all, please. War Eagle?
War
Eagle.
Yeah.
War Eagle. Now it begins.
I was just going to say how much I admire your restraint to this point.
No, I wasn't restraining. I was saving it for the end of the match. gotta
build up to it.
Build up to the finish, baby. Let's see. Well, we got both title matches. Let me ask you this: which one are you looking forward to most? I think this is a stupid question, and I'm sure I probably know the answer.
I'm looking forward to Kofi and Daniel more than I am Rollins.
Yeah.
Lesnar.
You know what I love about that build for Kofi and Daniel? Daniel Bryan is now talking about Kofi being a B+ player.
Yeah.
And I'm like, 5 years ago, the roles were reversed. Why isn't WWE doing something with that? They have literally just let that just fly. I'm like, that is low-hanging fruit, and nobody is swinging.
I will say that as Kofi is concerned, it couldn't happen to a nicer, more deserving guy.
Hell no.
Because I've talked at length. You know, I booked him 2 weeks ago. You know, he's put in the work for 11+ years and not seen a whole hell of a lot of payoff beyond tag championships and Intercontinental championships and US championships and whatnot. And then, you know, Royal Rumble staving off eliminations.
That's his gimmick.
Yeah. So what I'm hoping for here, I'm hoping for a Kofi win.
Me too.
You know, and then you can go into a program with the two of them where maybe they trade it back and forth or something like that. I know that cheapens the title a little bit, but there's a story to mine here,
right,
for the next 2-3 months into the summer. It would be nice to see Kofi pay it off.
Don't get me wrong, I would love Kofi to see it. As a fan, I'm hoping for that. My only beef with Kofi winning the title is the inevitability that Kofi winning the championship brings an end to the New Day.
You still think that's a possibility?
I still think it's a possibility.
So you think the solidarity talk has just been a front from the other two?
No, over time that'll deteriorate.
Okay.
Like, you know, you kind of piggybacking off what you said. You'll have that program with Kofi and Daniel Bryan, Kofi trying to defend and maybe flip-flopping the title back and forth. But I think after that program ends, one member of the New Day gets jealous and makes a move on Kofi. I don't know whether it would be Woods or E. It could be either one of them, because I think either one of them could brilliantly play a heel.
Right.
E's the monster. Woods can just be that just nefarious,
thinking man's
brilliant, evil mastermind. Almost kind of like Ciampa was, except not psychotic.
Right.
Just being.
There's only so many people can be psychotic.
Tommaso Ciampa, me. I love you, buddy. But yeah, I'm.
Right back at you.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm very much looking forward to that match. For number one, storytelling. I think there's also going to be a lot of drama involved in there, and I think it's also going to be just a great match. Kofi can have a great match with anybody.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan, neck injuries, concussions or not, he's still one of the best on the entire planet.
Agreed.
I think he's the only guy on the roster that can tell AJ Styles to take a seat. And you know how much I love AJ's in-ring pedigree. Which leads us to before we get to the main event, Universal Championship, Lesnar and Rollins. Lesnar has proven, working with these smaller guys like AJ and Balor and Daniel Bryan, holy crap, he can have some great matches.
Yeah.
I think this one ends up being kind of, I think you could honestly call this one, for lack of a better term, in terms of this incarnation of Brock Lesnar, his masterpiece, his best match. Granted, it's going to be because of the other guy in the ring,
right,
but I think this is going to be some of his best work, with the exception of WrestleMania 19 when it was him and Angle.
Is Rollins the guy that finally forces Lesnar to do something else besides the 3 moves of doom?
Oh, hell no.
Because here's something else that I came up with this week. I've listened to all of my friends denigrate John Cena for the 5 moves of doom, or the 6 moves of doom. Because he's got the lightning fist right now.
The lightning fist.
Brock Lesnar's got 3 moves of doom. You know, let's call it like we see it. He's got the German suplex. He's got the F5 as his finisher, and then any other version of suplex that he wants to throw in there.
Kimura.
On the Kimura. So, I mean, if we're going to call a spade, let's get on Lesnar for being boring and unpredictable.
Yeah.
But is Rollins the guy that finally forces Lesnar to try something else?
In a word, no. In 2 words, F no. No. There's not a
Time for another hamburger then.
No, not a chance. Lesnar is so much in the pocket, and he's in his own little comfort zone. He'll take an ass kicking and let the other guy, unless his name's Dean Ambrose, get all of his moves in. They'll make for some dramatic content. Lesnar will hit 17 F5s, and he'll either win or Rollins will keep kicking out, and then by some wicked little twist, I don't think if Rollins beats Lesnar, it's going to be 100% clean. I think like the belt might get involved, referees not looking or referees down. Rollins curb stomps him into the belt, ditches the belt, 1, 2, 3, ball game.
I wouldn't care if that's how it happened.
No, truth be told, I don't think anybody would, but I don't think it's going to be a straight up legitimate win. I don't think they're going to give Rollins that kind of credibility, because for God's sake, they couldn't even give Roman that kind of credibility.
So here's another question then. If Lesnar loses, is this the last we see of him for a while? Or will he get his contractual rematch? Even though that's not a thing anymore, you got to earn him.
There's only one person, I think, in the entire world who can answer that question.
Ladies and gentlemen?
Dana White.
Oh, Dana White. I thought you were going to say Paul Heyman.
No,
but...
Dana White.
Right.
Dana White will be the only person that can answer that question. Because, okay, are you going to give... is Dana White going to force Daniel Cormier to defend the title against Stipe Miocic? Or is it going to be, okay, you can get your fight against Lesnar? So...
Because we've been hearing about those flirtations for a couple of months.
Yeah,
now.
so if Lesnar loses the title at Mania, let's see what Dana White has to say first before we think about anything else. Before we get into the main event, we always talk about this the night after WrestleMania. We were going to talk about our favorite WrestleMania matches, but I just thought about this one during the recording of the show. There's always a surprise the night after Mania, or in this case, either the Monday or the Tuesday night after Mania. Mm-hmm. Usually it's an NXT call-up, or it's somebody that returns, blah, 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 blah. Anybody coming to mind?
You know, I should have known you were going to ask me this question.
Because I got one. I only got one. I don't
know. I'll admit that I haven't been paying as close attention to NXT as I should have, to see, like, you know, to read the tea leaves and see who's tying down their physical coming to an end.
His name has been mentioned in this show so far.
Pete Dunne?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Walter beats Dunne. Clean.
Okay.
Straight clean. In just like the most god-awful, hard-hitting match you'll see. And Dunne shows up on Monday Night Raw.
Here's something I think is going to start happening.
Because, oh my God, I just thought of something. Dunne and Balor.
That would be awesome. Take my money. Take my money. How much do you want me to check out for?
Shut up and take my money. Hell yes.
Do you also think then that we're going to start seeing what I've been hearing is rumored to happen, where you're going to see some people leave the main roster and go down?
That has been the talk.
You know,
that has
somebody
been
like Ziggler, or somebody like...
Let Ziggler go do his stand-up comedy. Good Lord.
That's fine. I mean, I'm just thinking that's the kind of movement that I've actually been thinking about more is, well, who goes back down then?
Ziggler can go do his stand-up comedy. He's the most overrated wrestler that we have right now. And yes, you can @ me, @rant mode on Twitter. Come on, bring it.
And then I don't even know if we should refer to it as...
Change my mind.
I don't even know if we should refer to it as going down anymore, because... If anything, it's a lateral move at this point.
I'd rather go to NXT and deal with those crowds, because you know why? Those crowds give a crap.
Right, they care. As opposed to just people are there, wave my sign in the air.
Whether you're in Full Sail Live, or you're at any of those little house shows they do, where they're still traveling the country,
Yeah.
or their takeovers. Their takeovers are loud.
Yes.
And it's in the same building, more often than not, as some of these other pay-per-views.
Yep.
You're going to get an NXT Takeover Chicago, and then when they do a Raw or a SmackDown or a main roster pay-per-view in Chicago, it's going to be louder.
Yep.
They're going to do Survivor Series weekend. They're going to do War Games. The very next night, they're going to do Survivor Series. Crowd volume. There's not
the same.
a contest.
Yeah.
You're right. It's not a downgrade. It is a lateral move.
Yeah.
And I would rather go.
And you and I know this from experience because we've been at, you and I have been to 2 of these shows, and we see how much the crowd gets invested.
We've also been to a
doing
Raw.
the investment. We've been the ones doing the investing.
We've been to a Raw where it's just like
a snooze fest half the time.
Yeah.
Make me care about something. You
Yeah.
can't, because we got to get this commercial break in. We got to get this product placement in.
The storyline, even watching it on TV, the storylines, please make me care about something. There is only one match I am drastically invested in for WrestleMania.
The main event.
The main event.
Yeah.
And let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Because
again, my hat's off to you, ladies. You've been putting that work in, and you are being richly rewarded, and it's much deserved. So
how long
kudos
do you
to
think this bad boy's going to go, Biggin?
I'm going to say 17 minutes.
30.
You think 30?
I think there's gonna be some squash matches.
I only say 17 because of all the other filler.
There's gonna be some squashes. Lashley and Balor ain't going 5 minutes.
Probably not.
The Finn's entrance is gonna be longer than this match.
He'll take Leo Rush out on the way to the ring.
Rush will pee
Part of his ends.
Rush will pee his pants and go running so damn fast he'll end up in New York. Because let's be honest, hey, Dave LaGreca, even I know that WrestleMania is actually in New Jersey.
True story.
Yeah. Yeah. Leo Rush is going to be so scared he's going to accidentally end up at the Garden and realize, oh wait, New Japan had a show here last night. Which I'm looking forward to that one too.
I mean, and if it does go that long, it's gonna be great, because then you're gonna have that
let it breathe.
3 acts, where
let it breathe.
Ronda takes the reins for a while, and then Becky takes the reins for a while, Charlotte takes the reins for a while, and
yeah,
all the classic triple threat storytelling that you're gonna have.
And I think we all marveled at how good the storytelling from the women's triple threat between Becky, Sasha, and we haven't even talked about the women's tag team title match. But then again, I'm gonna be honest.
It's okay.
Cool.
Love you, Bailey, but some other time.
Yeah. When we talked about the one from WrestleMania 31, how it was great storytelling.
Yes.
That is not going to be able to hold up to what I think we're going to get on Sunday. So level with me. Who walks out? The undisputed, and that's what we're calling it. It's not like an official WWE title. Who comes out as the undisputed WWE Women's Champion?
I want it to be the last kicker. I really want Becky to do it, because that's where the story has been.
Exactly.
It's the story of her getting passed over, because we've talked about Charlotte ad nauseum. Sasha Banks has had her run. Bayley's even had a run. I rewatched that match earlier today, the Fatal 4-Way with Nia Jax, Bayley, Charlotte, and Sasha.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 33, which was an excellent match, but the forgotten woman in this whole equation has been Becky, and we've talked at length about how last summer she finally decided, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'm going to haul off and knock your block off, and you're going to pay attention to me. And it's been a crusade of hers since that point to get you to pay attention. And Becky, I'm paying attention.
She had, and look at it from merch perspective only. She has the iconic shirt of this generation. The man. Truth be told, at the end of the day, I think you're right. I think Becky ends up holding the one ring, one belt to rule them all.
Yeah.
As I said previously, I think she walks out. I think at the end of the day, Pyro goes off, and it's her. With her sing-along entrance music, which, don't get me wrong, her entrance music's pretty badass. Yeah. But, yeah, I think it's Becky going into Monday, and game on. We could easily see, instead of seeing the 4 horsewomen, if Becky wins, the horsewomen don't show up until around SummerSlam.
Right.
If Ronda wins, I think the horsewomen get involved immediately. But think about this. Just like you were pissed off about Finn Balor losing the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, that's the chase. Oh my God.
I know you...
You get tired of chasing after a while.
No, you don't. No,
I do.
Then you suck as a wrestling fan. Because the whole point is the chase. The good guy has to chase the bad guy, because at the end of the book, the bad guy has got to die.
That's what makes it so. That's what made it so satisfying for me every time The Rock would find a way to beat the heel that he was chasing, and the same way every time Finn Balor finds a way to beat the heel that he's chasing. I get it. I understand.
I know you have to like it. I know you don't watch Game of Thrones, but and I'm not giving out spoilers or anything. It's just a thought. Cersei Lannister got to die. Nobody likes her. There are 15. She's got the title. She's the queen.
Right.
15 different people chasing her. Cersei got to die.
So that's what I hope happens. I mean, I
Lesnar at some point got to die.
Sunday is good a time as any.
Daniel Bryan at some point got to die.
Agreed.
I mean, the heel needs the face. The heel can't... Rarely can the heel make himself without having somebody... having the White Knight coming after him. I mean...
Austin McMahon, Triple H, Rock.
The Rock was going to be fine as a... Well, Triple H as the heel. Yeah. Triple H needed The Rock. The Rock as a heel, Rock didn't need a damn person.
Right.
But yeah... Austin needed McMahon. Triple H. Well, Triple H needed The Rock. Foley needed The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's always that one person. Daniel Bryan needed Triple H and Stephanie.
Right.
Randy Orton and Batista just happened to be cannon fodder.
Yeah.
There's always, positive and negative. Neo needed Agent Smith. Brian Kriego needs Patrick Swafford.
Sadly, this is a true statement. And now that we're cuddling, that's probably good as time as any to start putting a bow on this.
Yeah,
because cuddling is not what makes you a lean, mean, wrestle-talking machine. I know that for a fact.
But it does create some sex time. Bro, we're
going to lose our YouTube license.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, hey, there is worse crap on YouTube than this. We're not even cussing. Which is scary for me. We're about an hour into this thing, and I haven't even dropped an F-bomb. This is a new record for me. Congratulations. Bro, it's been a good show, man.
It's been a great show.
I appreciate you inviting me into your home for more than just once a week.
Anytime.
I'm taking a wild guess that the missus is not here, because there's no way she would have signed off on this.
She's here. She just sequestered herself. Okay. And said, you go have your fun, and I'll...
So what you're saying is she's wearing noise-canceling headphones.
Yes.
Because the missus also... She doesn't like Brock Lesnar, and she also doesn't like me. I'm kidding. Actually, she's a very dear friend, and I love her. I love her as if she's family.
Yeah.
But, bro, it's been a good show.
It's been a great
Cannot wait till WrestleMania. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I hope you guys are looking forward to TakeOver. If you guys are also going to watch the G1 Supercard from Ring of Honor and New Japan, enjoy that as well. There's some great matches on there. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Bully Ray and Juice. That's going to be an ass whooping. I'm looking forward to seeing, can't pronounce her name, the Japanese girl that's the Women of Honor champion, and Kelly Klein. That's going to be a great match. Possibly even having Marty Scurll winning the Ring of Honor title. That could be good.
That could be good.
Very surprised to see, and also looking forward to seeing what All Elite does over the course of WrestleMania weekend.
Shout out to Jim Ross for getting a big contract with All Elite.
Nice. I'm still waiting to see what they're doing, because, there's so much hype being built around that, but they haven't really done anything. I know Double or Nothing's coming up somewhat soon, but
I think in May.
Yeah, but I got a feeling they're probably going to have an announcement of some sorts this weekend, because if they don't, what the hell?
Right.
But
because you know Cody's paying attention. He always does.
Cody's brilliant. Look, dude, his dad was the dream.
Yeah.
And Cody's a brilliant businessman, so I don't have any doubts about that. But I'm really looking forward to this. This is probably one of the best WrestleMania that I'm really looking forward to. Haven't felt this way in a while.
I hope it delivers.
I do too. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be grossly disappointed.
But we also hope that you reach out to us. If you're liking what you see, if you got suggestions for how to improve it, we're open to your feedback. You can comment here on our YouTube channel. You can email us, wrestlingwithegos@gmail.com.
Don't forget Twitter. This handsome devil right here is at bcrigo15. And your friendly neighborhood asshole right here is at Rant Mode On. What?
I mean...
You like that one? Friendly neighborhood asshole?
Yeah, that'll work.
Friendly neighborhood asshole. Asshole man. Asshole man. That actually sounds like a different kind of channel.
And now he's got a theme song, so we're going to cut it short right here. Thanks as always for watching, and happy WrestleMania weekend.
For the intellectual savior of this show, Brian Kriego, my name's Patrick Swafford. Enjoy WrestleMania, and until next week, that's our story, and we are sticking to it.